And he said, go to the person's house and kill the cop's family. Unbelievably bad. And when the cops showed up with him to arrest him, he said, oh, I was just joking. This isn't a joke. This is a man's world. This is real. You understand? You understand? You go on a website that is watched by millions of people and has feds watching it closely, and you say kill police and name them by name and where they live, get ready to go to prison. This may be the last straw. I may have to get rid of the comments and everything because it's a way for the enemy to try to bring us down. We'll be right back and break this story down and a lot more. Stay with us. I'm going to get into all the world news and David Carradine and the rest of it today. But first, I want to finish up with this story. Imagine you're here at your office and the FBI shows up with subpoenas. They're calling your employees up. They're showing up and talking to your employees. And you're saying, what is this about? The subpoena doesn't say. And they go, we're not at liberty to compromise the investigation. By the way, tell me about your company, where your servers are located. Tell me about free speech systems, your company. Tell me about the Obama deception. Oh, I like your website. I look at it every day. And I'm just like sitting here knowing this is the FBI that literally carried out the 1993 bombing. I mean, it was in the newspaper, in the New York Times, that they cooked the bomb, trained the driver, gave them the detonators, and let them do it. It's on record. They created Klan groups in Dallas and tried to get them to blow up chemical plants. Texas Monthly gave them a Bum Steer Award in 1998. I mean, it's on record, all the horrible things they've done. And I'm not saying all FBI agents are bad. I know most of them are compartmentalized and investigating bank robberies and stuff like that and government corruption. Kind of keeping the states in line, as they say, violating the 10th Amendment. But, the anti-terror cadre, these are terrorists. The BATF were blowing up Ryder trucks 6 months before 9/11 in New Mexico. I mean, before Oklahoma City, on record. And you can prove they were the ones that bombed OKC because they got in a bad name at Waco. And they thought this would get them a good name again. I mean, these are some sickos, folks. And they're here, and I don't know why they're here. And it's 4 days before the Obama deception comes out, and they're asking me about this stuff. And so that's why I released the Obama deception. Well, I think it's over this now. But then there was some other visits by the Secret Service on other issues, so it's hard to tell. Roanoke man charged with making online threats. Jeffrey L. Weaver is accused of posting threatening comments against two police officers on Infowars.com. A Roanoke man faces charges of making online threats against two police officers in Oakland, California, and one in Martinsville after reading newspaper accounts of incidents in which they used deadly force. Gotta love how the media doesn't really tell you what they did. Shot a handcuffed black man in the back for no reason, killed him, and then beat up his dead body, or beat him up as he died. Jeffrey L. Weaver, 47, made the threatening comments in January on the news website called Infowars.com. According to a complaint filed earlier this week in U.S. District Court in Roanoke. And then it was in, like March 10th, 11th, the FBI was here, and that's what I said. That's it, I'm releasing Obama deception, because they were asking about it. Weaver, who was ordered held without bond Friday, logged onto the site using the name F the Pigs, the complaint states. And see, people said I made up the FBI was here. And I said, go ahead and make it up, because when they arrest whoever it is they're going to arrest, whether it was me or somebody else for whatever they wouldn't tell me, then it would be proven. I just, to have credibility, to have honor, to be a truthful person, to be a rock hard, solid, steady guy who's real, and to just see that a lot of people can't even recognize the real McCoy when it's right here in front of you. That means you can't see the real McCoy in other areas of your life. I feel sorry for people. Weaver, who was ordered held without bond Friday, logged onto the site using the name F the Pigs, the complaint states, after reading a newspaper article on Infowars.com that described how the 17-year-old boy died after being shocked with a taser in Martinsville police officer in January. Weaver wrote, "This makes my blood boil. Maybe I should drive to Martinsville with my 9mm Glock and some Teflon-coated armor-piercing black Rhino hollow point rounds and do the world a favor by ridding the world of this piece of S-pig. The message read, authorities trace the post to Weaver's internet protocol address by coming here and subpoenaing it. People are now on the site going, how dare Alex give that to him? Oh, you mean at gunpoint with the FBI? Yeah. How dare me? No, how dare you be an idiot and go on there and say, go kill this cop at his house? That's coming up. How dare you be so stupid? You may get away with that on some little message board that gets 10 visitors a day. You don't at websites that get 500,000 visits a day. They get hack attacks and everything else. Look, when you step into InfoWars, when you step onto this show, when you step on, you are stepping directly under the gaze of Sauron. You understand that? So don't step up to this level of the plate unless you're ready to deal with the fiery vision of the New World Order. If you're not ready to put on the full armor of God and stand right in the dragon's breath, then don't step up on this plate, ladies and gentlemen. This is the front line of the InfoWar. I am in the vortex, in, through, and beyond. I'll finish up with this article and get into all the other news. But fair warning to all of you fools. There's been people, one guy the Secret Service went after in Michigan, it turned out that he was trying to set me up and get me in trouble, putting threats on the president there. I mean, you guys got to watch yourselves, man. I'm going to get into all the world news, all the important info's coming up. But I want to rant about this because this brings up so many different points that affect our society, so many important areas that need to be dealt with. So imagine, everybody's like, Alex, you need a message board. You need comments on your stories. And then we go, okay, we'll do it. So I buy the programs and build it and try to get an extra webmaster to, be able to set it all up. And then right away, the reason I shut one down 4 or 5 years ago is it's let's kill the president. Let's go after the police. Let's do that. All these anonymous posters. And I started getting the Secret Service and FBI at my office. This happened years ago, and I go, that's it, pull the plug. And then, oh, you censor, you want to censor us saying go to the police house and kill them. Of course, those are probably feds or COINTELPRO right there. They would bitch about anything. They would make something up about any issue, anything we do, fabricating. And then I have the FBI here, the Secret Service here, subpoenas, federal subpoenas, all of this stuff. They won't tell me what it's about. They're asking me about the Obama deception and laughing at me and stuff. And I go on there and I go, I don't know if it's about the Obama deception, but they were asking about it. Get it out early. And, oh, look at him and his publicity stunt. There's nothing going on. He just releases films that tens of millions of people see. It just totally started the 9/11 truth movement, energized the entire liberty movement as we know it today. And Ron Paul on record says half his support came from Alex Jones. I mean, this guy and his audience, they're nothing. Oh, yeah, FBI, sure. Well, here it is, one of the jackasses, one of the poor fools, who I'm sure didn't mean this. He was just acting tough. But it's the real world. When you say something on one of our comment pages or on InfoWars, that's it. Look, I got to raise more money. I've got to hire maybe I should do a poll. I'll put a poll up. Should I make the message boards and comment on pages listener-sponsored, and I got to have 2 moderators, full-time, 24 hours. Really, that'd be 3 to be full-time. And then the weekends, that'd be 4. I can't afford 4 people. I can't afford 1 person. But then I can't put a banner ad up to try to pay for bandwidth. I can't put a banner ad up without being bitched at about advertising. How do you think I pay for the radio studio and the employees and the $30,000 a month of bandwidth? And all of this stuff. I got to constantly work just to fund this operation so I can then, in the extra time, fight the New World Order. You know how frustrating that is? You know how hard that is? How hard that is to deal with? And then meanwhile, I got the FBI and Secret Service in here. So either I get, because it doesn't work just to have one moderator. They go, oh, let's kill the president. Oh, Alex censored me. No, I own my website. I own InfoWars and Prison Planet and Prison Planet Forum. Those are mine. Censorship would be if you owned a newspaper or a website and I came and shut it down and I was the government. It isn't censorship if you were invited to a backyard barbecue in my backyard and you went over and squatted in the bushes and started defecating. And I came over and said, look, I want you to leave. That wouldn't be censorship. It'd be private property. That's what you do. You come in, you hike your leg in the middle of my website, and these people work overtime to distract and divert. You know, we'll have a big article of about 190 sponsors to end the Federal Reserve by auditing it. That will end it. And it's like, oh, yeah, Alex is a Fed. He just wants to, just all your, and the sick part is most of them aren't Feds and COINTELPRO. The sick part is they're just mentally ill detritus and wreckage of this society. We got a good chance of beating the globalists. We got a good chance of taking action. But number one, we have to ignore the diversions and the distractions, and good people have to be heard. Good people have to speak out and start radio shows and access TV shows and websites and call into talk radio and go on message boards and comment and counter these people, not just on InfoWars and Prison Planet, but everywhere.